Okay gang, this is the final day of ball bearing week, and in my opinion, I've saved the best till last. This is, if not one of my absolute favourite toys of my childhood. This is Kongman. And I'm going to show you why I think this is one of the greatest toys of the 80s and of my childhood.
First of all, this thing is big. It stands tall, even before you add old mean Kongman onto the top. This is a beast of a game, and takes a D-sized battery, and again, this is a really noisy game, but I can overlook this. It is what it is, it's just the sound of it working. Presentation. This game looks like no ball bearing game before or after it. The shape of the board? It's vertical. You work your way from the top to the bottom to save your girl from the mechanical ape. Nintendo must have been asleep when this one got through. The graphics to this are so deeply ingrained in my mind. Details such as this crocodile, this guy with a bone through his nose, the characters' expressions as you make it to each segment of the game. In fact, if you keep track of their movements throughout the journey, it's sort of like a comic. I can't state how much I love this. The graphics also play into the theming and mechanic of the game. It all feels like some micro-scale grand adventure happening in front of you. So, starting the game. Set the timer going, and you'll need to first have your ball pushed up these red steps. Next, a well-timed push will have your motorbike shooting across the drawbridge. A mountainous climb next, as you jump from step to step. A slam on this button lands you on the Tarzan swing. Oh man, do I love this. You'll swing into the hot air balloon station. Jumping into the balloon, you'll soar up to the dark cave, coming out into the ancient city ruins, rolling and running around in circles until you find the secret path to Kongman. I remember seeing this ball bearing crawl up the wall for the first time as a 5-year-old and thinking it was utterly magical, and it still impresses me. You're at the top, you're here to fight Kongman and save your girl. A well-timed push, you're caught on this magnet, down the finish hole, and the ball falls into the start. You won the game. Kongman was first introduced in 1982 and has had a couple of reskins over the years, most noticeably a 1993 Sonic the Hedgehog variant. And a game that's 36 years old, it's going to need some repairs. In fact, all these games I have shown this week need care and attention to keep them working. Kongman is my favourite toy ever. I wish I could explain why. It's the same game over and over again, but it is. It's superbly designed and built. It looks fantastic. The fact that my channel avatar is Kongman should tell you all you need to know. I love this game. All these games hark back to a more simple time in toys, where an obstacle course and navigating a ball bearing through it was enough. It was plenty to keep a kid happy for hours. They're genius in their design and mechanics. I've always thought this, and I think I always will. I can only imagine the time and effort and the trial and error of getting every component working flawlessly with these, and they always do. They work without a hiccup.
These are all very special toys to me, and aside from Screwball Scramble being still made, there really isn't any toys like this on the market anymore. Well, not easily obtainable ones anyway.
All these games made by Tomy have strong Japanese origins, and ball bearing games are still huge in Japan. Pachinko is a national obsession over there, but what about obstacle course games like these? Epoch Toys have a range of Nintendo licensed Super Mario themed ball bearing games, all of which look absolutely fascinating to me, and the more impressive thing? They're combinable. That's right, you can make one long super track. But there's also 2-player games, like this Mario Kart one, which I just know I'd love to play. But these are expensive, and they're not easy to find. But I find it so encouraging and uplifting that these types of games are still continue to be manufactured and enjoyed by people. There's something so simple and innocent about them, and if you've ever played one, you'll know exactly what I mean.
Well, it's been a blast this week. Thank you so much for watching. I'd love to know if any of you grew up playing some of these games, or if I've missed any out on my list. As always, I'm Luke, and thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.